hotel's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Então, pessoal, voltando aqui ao grande Alan Wake 2. E a gente já viu aí o caso do Robert Nightingale, né? Eu desliguei algumas configurações aqui e deixaram a imagem mais bonita. A lanchonete. Oh dear, aquela ali. É uma expressão tipo cacete.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm Sarah.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Cara, a voz do Sam Lake é muito da hora, né?
Case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Culver Lake was messed up.
Yes. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Deixa eu ver um negócio, peraí. Pra quem não lembra, toca a música Coconut quando você vem aqui no primeiro jogo, no Jukebox. Vamos ver se toca. Tá quebrado. Ah! Olha lá, Coconut. Pobre coitada não aguenta tocar a mesma música tantas e tantas vezes. Eu sou tão fã de Coconut como qualquer pessoa, mas fala sério. E essa Jukebox aparece no Control também.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "The cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Caraca. Então, ó, aqui, pra quem não lembra, no Alan Wake 1 é quando a gente encontra a Barbara Jagger pela primeira vez, amante do Thomas Zane. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Rest easy, buddy.
Por que eu tô sentindo que eu vou tomar um susto aqui? Sim, eu já sei que tem um trem ali da Saga Anderson. O que é isso aqui? O mapa da região de Bright Falls. Beleza.
It's not opening.
É o banheiro, né? Por aqui que a gente encontra aquela otária lá. Eu esqueci o nome. Vamos ver, não tem, chave não funciona, né? Tá, vamos abrir aqui o... além do mapa, né?
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
É. Deixa eu só fazer um negócio aqui. Vai piscar minha tela rapidão, tá, pessoal? É o que eu quero testar. Outro desempenho. Não é que melhorou a imagens? O desempenho piorou, mas melhorou a imagem. É, não dá não. Talvez em Quad HD, vamos ver. Peraí que tô me ligando. Deixa eu tentar em Quad HD. Tá em desempenho. Melhorou bastante.
We're getting some more new folks in town, I see.
Tá, vamos ver.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Tammy.
É o mesmo símbolo dos negócios lá
Thanks.
dos
This could prove to
trailers.
be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned.
Eu não lembro se é a mesma funcionária do primeiro jogo.
That's so weird. You don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Deixa eu fazer um negócio aqui, pera aí. Deixa eu colocar em qualidade, ver como que fica. Vamos ver. Deixa eu renderizar um pouquinho.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Ora.
Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
Played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
So this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Just here
Anything
to
you
pay
need,
my ticket.
just, let us
Whenever
know.
you're ready
We
to
appreciate
take
the
my
support,
money.
Sheriff.
No speeding happening here, I see. Sir, some patience, please.
Deixa eu ver se dá pra atender o telefone ou não.
Agent?
Só por curiosidade, deixa eu ver como tá o FSR aqui. Equilibrado.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents. Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate fully.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
Caralho, onde que tá esse telefone, velho? Deixa eu ver o que tem pra cá. Banheiro, né? Eu sei que um de vocês está roubando papel higiênico. Tenho contado e a cada dia um rolo completo some do estoque. Furto é levado a sério por aqui. Manda aí, Garcia, pelo amor. Qualquer dia desse eu vou te pegar no flagra e pode acreditar que vou te expulsar. Que desgraça você é. Que tipo de maluco conta rolo de papel higiênico? Pelo visto você tem bastante tempo de sobra. É, realmente. Achei que era o Ati.
It won't open.
Ah, o Alan Wake foi... Alan Wake ele foi preso aqui nessa, no jogo, né? É, não tem como atender o telefone não. Engraçado que é 2023. E véi, olha as coisas que tá indo aqui. Teclado, o telefone. Vai entender, né? Parece anos 80. Contratanto. O que é isso? Adventure Tours. Tem quantos episódios? 6.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. We've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you a tour of a lifetime.
Gente.
But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. That's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have both cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything, and we'll take you anywhere.
Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak.
The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner Coffee Thermos.
Sensacional.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Lacrou, mano.
Something about morgue.
Vai ficar legal aqui no... Deixa eu voltar pro Full HD, porque tava com, né, obviamente com...
They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here.
Nossa, velho.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Vamos lá ver. Os mortos de Cauldron Lake. É isso, né? Pera aí.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox
Cold
out
case?
can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Caso de pontos de interesse, eu acompanho objetivos e informações que Saga adquiriu para monitorar o programa de coleta. Tá. Cauldron Lake. Então tem que botar a área de Cauldron Lake. Já figura heróica. O que quer dizer com isso? Quem deixou isso? Tá. Lá. F. Assassinatos de Cauldron Lake. Método de matar. Cadê o assassino? Deve ser perfil do assassino? Isso.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Tá, C. Pistas.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
F. Casos. Vamos lá. Seita da árvore. Caixas da seita. Casos de fundo acumulam pistas sobre assuntos mais abrangentes em andamento.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down. No.
Meta da seita. Que tipo de seita é? Vai entrar o... símbolos da seita, né? Grande quantidade de suprimentos disposto em uma mentalidade da seita. Triângulos feitos com gravetos. Símbolos. Marcar território. Joias podem ser usadas como indicador sutil de filiação, mas isso que não é sutil. Objetivo de orgulho. Isso é um monte de equipamentos simplesmente dando sopa. Quanto tempo estão aqui? Tá.
Keep trying.
Não, tá em símbolos. Não se consultam nos rostos. Quem não se estabelece para relação com a festa do cervo? Vou ver aqui o quadro de casos.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Tá. Na área de Cauldron Lake, então é aqui. Tem mais coisa?
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Tá.
That's not right. Right.
Escrita ritual.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Causa de chances desconhecidas, tatuagens estranhas na pele e no coração. Uma página colocada, cavidade torácica. Traumatismo no tórax é claramente a causa da morte. Algo foi inserido. Algo foi inserido, ele lutou, teve muita coisa na água. Tá.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Caraca.
see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Identificar e detectarem você.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Refúgios vão alterar parte de saúde. Se você sair e atacar de um refúgio, durante o combate ele ficará indisponível temporariamente.
Gotta move. Now.
Tá. Caraca, que susto.
Vanished.
Nossa. Essas músicas no Alan Wake 1 eram muito boas, né? Tá, vamos continuar.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a
Nossa,
ritualistic
realmente.
murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
A sala de autópsia estava uma bagunça, como se uma bomba tivesse explodido. Nightingale procurava a Saga, não a enxergou sob a luz, passou por ela. Possuídos não conseguiam enxergar com luz intensa. A luz os machucava a escuridão neles. Ah, tá. Foi o negócio que ela falou. É a música, né?
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
O Alan não podia, sei lá. Fazer um negócio normal. Não vi o local dela aqui, como é que é, né? Radinho. Televisão, vamos ver. Ah, tá. Opa. Quadro de casos, é isso aqui que eu quero. quem está envolvido. Então eu boto aqui. Realizando os rituais satisfeito que é.
Keep trying.
Peraí, Nightingale foi a única vítima. A única vítima que estou um monstro. Por quê? Não tem explicação. Tá, eles estão criando monstros. Entrada dentro do peito aqui? Não. Mentalidade. Acho que tá na mentalidade de seita. Quem está envolvido?
Think.
Vamos ver. Tarará. Vamos ver. Confidential. Mentalidade da seita. Seria aqui. Vamos ver. Casos. Nightingale foi. Tá.
Must be locked from the other side.
Vamos ver aqui. Rarará. Tem que voltar lá mesmo no quadro de casos. Vamos ver o que eu tô perdendo. Eu tinha colocado aqui.
Doesn't make sense.
Tinha colocado aqui também. Eu não acredito se não tivesse visto. Não tem uma explicação. Tem que haver uma explicação. Tá. Tarará. Vamos procurar aqui. Leia o manuscrito. Leia o manuscrito, fale com alguém. Tá.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the Dark Place, merged with ours. This place and the Dark Place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness. soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
Tá, isso aqui eu já vi, né? Quadro de casos, véi, o que eu tô perdendo aqui? Perfil. Vamos ver. Tentar falar com alguém então. Ela não tem nada. Véi, o que eu tô perdendo aqui? Se tem alguma coisa pro chão. Olhar com mais calma. Tá.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Tá.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? Gone like magic? Magic's not real.
can't open this with my bare hands.
Tá, vamos pra Caldron.
They're a fine pair.
Cara,
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
dane-se.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. Mercedo won't roll over on the issues.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
Tá, vamos pra Cauldron Lake, então.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing
Tá procurando Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle.
Desculpa aí pelas legendas atrasadas, velho. Tá bugado pra cacete o áudio aqui. Bom, pessoal, esse foi o vídeo de hoje. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Amanhã eu tô de volta com mais Alan Wake 2 aqui. Peraí.
Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks.
Valeu, pessoal.
Let's start looking for
Até a
Nightingale
próxima.
where he was killed.